Hi, it's John here with the second of my tips to help you and your business survive, stabilise and strengthen through the coronavirus crisis. We're calling it our pandemic protection plan. Now, yesterday I spoke about showing leadership, but today we're going to get on to something that an accountant loves, which is cash flow. Now, this is really the first step to make sure you survive the next few months. Many businesses won't, so make sure you're not one of them. And for many of us, it'll be hard, but there is support out there. Okay. Now, most of what we're going to talk about today involves looking at finances. Cash really will be king in the next few months. Many of the businesses that fail will have been profitable and could be again after this, but they'll just run out of cash. And I know I'm biased, but your accountant really should be one of your main pillars to support and advise you throughout this. Cash is indeed king over the next few months. There'll be plenty of sales when this is over, but what about right now? So the first thing you do is actually kind of take a look at your budget and do a budget plan. So list all of your outgoings each month during the lockdown. This will make you much more aware of where your cash actually goes every month. You can decide then what is most important from this and prioritise your most important bills first. Is there anything there that could be cancelled? Does your office still need kind of all the monthly supplies you get, kind of paper, stationery? Some won't be needed while you're working remotely. And how about kind of the software or training subscriptions? I know I am a sucker myself for signing up for things and then never using them. Now's the time to get cancelling anything that isn't going to help you get through this crisis. And do the same for your household. If you're not allowed out, do you need your gym membership? Do you need the cinema pass? What else might you cut? There's no sports on at the moment, so do you need Sky Sports? Okay, now when you've looked at those, then kind of create a cash flow forecast for your business. So use these costs and also your expected sales to put together a cash flow for the next 3 to 6 months. Definitely to kind of get you through what we see as the lockdown and preferably to go kind of beyond that as well. Now, this can be really simple. You just really need your income and expenditure month by month in a spreadsheet. If you do want to use software, that's absolutely great. There's loads of kind of great software out there. We use things like kind of Spotlight and Float and Futurely, and basically a kind of really good kind of free one is called Flow. This is spelt as it sounds, FLOW, and it's a good free cash flow forecasting tool that links to Xero and QuickBooks and kind of cloud accounting software. But like I say, a simple spreadsheet will do absolutely fine. And when you've done this, you start to see, are there any pinch points where you're struggling for cash month by month? Might run some scenarios, and what if sales kind of, drop by 10%, 20%, 30%? And also, I'd always look at a scenario with no sales at all. The worst case scenario, how long can you survive with no cash coming in? If you are, for example, right now, a restaurant or a shop that's actually shut, that is the case. Now, you may well have furloughed the staff, cut a lot of the costs. Obviously, you're not buying purchases to sell on, but how much cash do you have to actually keep you going throughout this? What's effectively cash day, I suppose, the day when you'd run out of cash? And do indeed, let's say, think about the staff. Do you need all of them if there are less sales or customers, or if you are actually closed? There is government support to cover their wages or a chunk of their wages if you do need to furlough them for the time being, furlough being the buzzword of the moment. And let's say we'll actually come to that on a later video, the details, but certainly for right now, is look at which staff do you need to run the business as it is now through this crisis. So that's kind of key in terms of looking at the cash flow. Then look at that, think about what can you do to actually get the cash in right now. Speak to your debtors, basically realise as much cash as you can to bring into your business to give you that buffer that you need while sales are slowing down. However, do kind of remember they might be struggling too, so do remember your relationship with them. It's vital you keep a relationship with them for when you get through to the other side, but don't be embarrassed about asking for payment on the invoices. Also think about, if you do have work lined up for the future, is there a chance to get any deposits on that? Potentially you may offer an upfront discount if someone pays you now, or at least a deposit now. Okay, So that's about getting cash in, but also in terms of limiting the cash go out. Speak to your suppliers. For example, your landlord. The government have asked all commercial landlords to be more lenient during the lockdown period, and all have actually said actually they won't be able to legally evict anyone in the next 3 months. Rent's often a large cost that will take up a chunk of your budget, so if you are struggling, it's well worth a kind of a chat with your landlord to see whether you can get any rental holiday or at least a deferral until the cash starts coming in again. Your suppliers similarly are likely to be more understanding as well. The supply chain is suffering, and kind of many of them will do what they can as well and work with you, because we do want to keep you as a customer going forward. Like I say, I mean, you've got to find the balance here between obviously asking your customers to pay you and sometimes asking your suppliers for a delay in paying them. So kind of be fair on both sides. Think of relationships, but it's that thing about actually if they can just help you out a bit and show that trust and support, so when trade picks up again you continue to use them. So those are some of the main things to look at your cash flow. I do hope you found those kind of really useful. On the next video I'll be looking at actually what support is available from the government to actually bring cash into your business, and where they can actually perhaps help you defer some costs going out. So that'll be the next step of Survive. Hope to see you on that one very soon. Cheers.
Yeah.